How's it going, everybody? Tom here with Keto Lifestyle, and today we are going to be making a chicken, cheese, and bacon stuffed poblano pepper. Now the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to take a small onion. We don't want to go too much onion because there are carbs in onion, and we're going to need to chop this up. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now that I've got this all chopped up, we're going to go ahead and throw it in a pan. But first thing, we're going to want to put a little bit of olive oil in our pan. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on a medium heat. And put probably about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. Maybe a little more. Then we're going to toss in our chopped up onion and 1 clove of garlic. I like garlic a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and just use a spoon here. Now that these things are in there, I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven. We want it to preheat to 350 degrees. So get that going. And then we're going to want to chop up our chicken and our bacon. So let's get that done. So I went ahead and chopped up 2 chicken breasts. That comes out to about 1 pound. And then I also chopped up 2 strips of bacon here. So we're gonna add these to the pan. If you're worried about cross-contamination, you can cook the bacon separately, but they're both gonna get cooked all the way and over the cooking temperatures, so I'm not too concerned about it. So we're just gonna add this right into our garlic, onions, and oil. And then I'm going to throw the bacon in now too. And we're going to cook this until everything's all, cooked all the way through. So now that this stuff's cooked all the way through, we're going to go ahead and turn off our heat and get going on the peppers. Now, I've got 2 poblanos here. And we're going to want to make sure you cleaned off your cutting board and your knife. And you're gonna just want to kind of make a slit down the side of them. So wouldn't go towards your hand, but just make a slit like so. This one's a little bigger, but same principle. We're just gonna make a slit. And then open her up and use a spoon to go ahead and scrape out all of the membranes and seeds. Alright, so now that I have scraped the innards out of my peppers, Sunny says hi. We're going to go ahead and add some mushrooms into the chicken mixture now that it's fully cooked. You want to wait till this is fully cooked to add the mushrooms because they don't take long and you don't want them to get too soft. So we're going to go ahead and just probably add about half of these in there. I'll add the whole thing. And then kind of stir them in. Now the heat is still off, so I'm probably going to kick it over to low. And just kind of let those hang out for a minute. Alright, so now that those mushrooms are starting to cook, I don't want to cook them all the way because this is going to go in the oven and I don't like my mushrooms super mushy. But I am going to add some salt and pepper to this just to give it some flavor. And as you know, on a ketogenic diet, you do need a lot of salt. So add some salt in there and some pepper. And then we're going to go ahead and give it a mix. Again, the salt and pepper is just to taste. If you don't want to put any, you don't have to, but I like things with a little bit of salt and pepper in them. So in this bowl here, I've got half a cup of cheddar and half a cup of mozzarella. You're going to need about a cup of cheese, and you can use whatever cheese you want. I thought about using pepper jack, but I didn't feel like shredding it. This is what I had shredded, so I went ahead and just mixed it up. So now it is time to stuff our peppers. I'm going to go ahead and move them here to this rack, because I do want them to blister on all sides. And to help with that process, I'm actually going to take a paper towel here and pour some oil on it. And then I'm going to take that and just kind of rub down the outside of the skin. Again, this is just going to help the skin kind of blister and get nice. And if you want to remove these stems, you can. I leave them on. It's harmless. So now that those are rubbed down, we're going to go ahead and just start, stuffing our peppers. So we'll start with the big one and just kind of get it full. You're going to want it to kind of be stuck open with the amount of filling in there because we do have quite a bit of filling. So let me get this done and I'll check back in with you. So now these are about as stuffed as we can get them with the meat mixture. There's a little bit left, but I'm going to munch on that while these cook. So now we're gonna take this cheese, and this completely varies depending on the size of your peppers, but we're just gonna stuff as much cheese as we can on top of them. So take a handful, and I did coat mine in my baking sheet in aluminum foil because I don't want to have to deal with scraping this cheese off. So I do recommend that, or you can just be a little neater than I am. And we'll get her opened up and stuff some more on the sides. Like I said, these things are going to be pretty wide open when you're sticking them in the oven, and that's okay. You want it to be very full. Okay, and that's good. I was able to fit the full cup of cheese, less whatever fell through the grate. Now before we stick this in the oven though, we're going to want to make a little tent out of tinfoil. We just kind of want to cover it, that way everything kind of steams. You don't have to be perfect, but just something like this. Now this is only going to stay on for the first 30 minutes. Like I said, we are going to cook this for 40 total, but you're going to leave this little hut on there for about 30, pull the hut off, stick it back in for another 10. And I'll check back in with you guys in about 30 minutes when it's time to pull that off. Alright, so it's been 30 minutes and my timer has gone off, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that tinfoil thing and uncover them. So we'll be a little hot, just use a pair of tongs to get it. And slide it right back in and set your timer for another 10 minutes and then they'll be good to go. So our timer just went off and it's time to pull these things out. And here is the finished product. I'm gonna let them cool down for a minute and then get them plated, and then we're gonna move the camera over to the table for a quick taste test. So here it is, the finished product. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. It's been cooling down for about 5 minutes. I think it's still gonna be a little bit warm, but I can't wait any longer. It's been a long day and I'm hungry. So here we go. That is awesome. The peppers, I like the flavor of poblano pepper much more than that of like a bell pepper. And the mushrooms and chicken and cheese all blend together very well. This might be good with a little bit of sour cream or a little bit of hot sauce depending on your taste buds, but this is awesome. So with that, I'm going to close out the video. If you haven't subscribed yet, please feel free to do so. It really helps me out a lot. If you want to leave a like, that's awesome. If you have any questions, comments about the recipe, leave them in the comment section and I'll be happy to respond to you. So with that, I will talk to you guys later.